Welcome back to another episode of Talking Arts, the podcast for the West Union Performing Arts Department. I'm your host, Mr. Friday Afternoon. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. I'm doing fine. Let's get into topics of this episode. First, if you guys have any ideas like performing, skits, tutorials of the instruments, or the background history, stuff like that, contact me, let me know. We'll make something work. Second, if you follow the Instagram page WUPAD, which is the West Union Performing Arts Department's Instagram page, you know that it was promoted that the senior dedications were due. I have those. We're going to be playing them here shortly. Third, next episode, I want to do like a memory of the 2019 and 2020 school year. You know, behind the scenes or us performing, you know, like pep band, competitions, concerts, stuff like that. So you have them, contact me, send them in, and I'll decipher which one, you know, would be good for the episode. But if you guys have that, contact me. Have ideas, contact me. Enough talking. Here's the senior dedications.
Hi, my name's Anna Schupert. I'm a senior here at West Union High School, and during my high school career, I spent a lot of time in the performing arts department. I participated in band, choir, chamber choir, winter percussion, color guard, and the spring musicals. But I'd have to say my favorite activity in the performing arts department was the spring musicals. Also during high school, I participated in cross-country track, beta, NHS, prom committee, 4-H, FFA, youth group, and soccer. While in band, I played the trumpet. I started out on the trumpet, and then I switched to the French horn in 8th grade. I've also been taking piano lessons since 2nd grade. I'm not sure how many years that is, but my advice to future students is to always try your best and to savor the good times of high school because it goes by really quick. So, with that, I'm going to go. Welcome to the West Union High School Class of 2020 virtual graduation. I hope you all have enjoyed our ceremony thus far. I would first of all like to thank every person who has helped me get to this place. To my teachers, thank you for constantly being there for me even if I was struggling and always believing in me. Without you, there is no way I would be confident enough to stand up here in front of this whole crowd of people. Well, minus the crowd, but you know what I mean. To my family, thank you for the constant love and support. Thank you for putting up with the long hours of practices, homework, meetings, etc. I just want to tell you that in my opinion, you're the best family because I know that you'll always be there for me no matter what. To my classmates, thank you for the friendships. Whether we are close or not, I appreciate each one of you because you have played a big part in shaping my life. We have all grown up together and therefore all of you are important to me. Now, we're going to take a little trip down memory lane. So, imagine. I just want you to close your eyes and imagine. Try to remember all the way back to your first day of kindergarten. You may have been scared or anxious, maybe even cried the first day, I don't know. However, if you were like me, you were incredibly excited, but also a little nervous. I remember walking into my first day of kindergarten carrying my beloved Hello Kitty lunchbox and thinking to myself, I can do this. Now, at first I wasn't totally sure what I was getting myself into. Not that I really had a choice, but at some point along the way, it sunk in that I was going to be spending the next 12 years of my life in school. To a kid like me, this literally seemed like eternity. But surprisingly, the days turned into weeks, the weeks turned into months, and the months turned into years. Now, fast forward 11 years. It's your last first day of high school. You've almost made it. You're in the home stretch. You go to school as normal, completing classwork and participating in all the fun senior activities, and then, bam, COVID-19 hits America. You quickly realize that your home stretch will quite literally be spent at home. No last sports season, no last concert, no last prom, no last play, no last anything. Everything in your life seems to come to a screeching halt. At this moment, we're all given a choice on how to react. The first reaction I'm going to discuss is regret. When COVID-19 hit, you may have thought a lot about your past. What if I had just tried a little harder? What if I just run a little faster? What if I just studied a little longer? What if? When you don't get the one last chance to prove yourself, it can be hard to deal with these feelings. Like me, you might regret something, but that's 100% okay because these experiences can teach us things. They can teach us not to take anything for granted. In life, nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow's not promised. That's why we have to make the most of today. Take opportunities when you get them and try your best to make the most out of them. I know this may sound cliche, but live life to the fullest. You can't go back. You just have to take what you've learned and move forward. One thing that this experience has further instilled in me is the motivation to always try my best. It doesn't matter what you're doing, just always try your best. That way, if tomorrow doesn't happen, at least you'll be happy with today. Stay motivated and accomplish your dreams. Now, some people may react differently to the circumstances of COVID-19. Instead of regret, you may react with sadness or anger. You may cry and think that's the end of the world, or maybe you lash out at people, even if you don't mean to. Like regret, we can learn things from these reactions too. Sadness and anger can give us perspective. In the future, we can reflect on these experiences. When we do this, we gain perspective on what is important in life, and therefore, what we should put first. In my opinion, I think the best way to react is with hope. It is easy to say that I had hope on my first day of kindergarten, but that's the kind of motivation that we need to channel right now and in the future and in our future lives. We can do this. We can get through this and still have the lives we've always hoped for. COVID-19 is not the end of the world. For us, it's just the beginning. Our lives will eventually go on. Just have hope. When we move on, we're going to have to apply the lessons we've learned. Whether you realize it or not, West Union High School has taught us a lot more than just math, English, and other core subjects. Though these are important, I feel that the life lessons we learn are equally as valuable. In many different ways, we've been taught kindness, compassion, sportsmanship, work ethic, patience, and many other virtues. In life, we need to apply what we've learned. We need to try to make the most of our lives, and above all, we need to have hope. If you ever lose hope, just remember, I can do this. We can do this. So, to my classmates, take what you've learned so far in your life, the lessons, the memories, the moments, and move forward. Move forward with hope. Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Hannah here. I just wanted to send a little farewell message to everyone because obviously we didn't get to have our last couple of months together in the department, and you know that's our busiest time of the year. So Zach told me to introduce myself. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Hannah Bly. I served as department president this year, and I was in everything in the department excluding color guard. Outside of the department, I was in cheer, golf. I was the president of NHS, the secretary of the Beta Club, president of Student Senate, and vice president of the senior class. So I stayed very busy this year, but the department was my number one priority. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who was there for me this year, and for the past 8 years. You know, even though sometimes we may not all have gotten along or agreed with each other, you guys really were like my second family, and you were always there for me when I needed it, and I'm so thankful for the impact you've had on my life, and Mr. Schneider, Mr. Diatley, and Mr. Van Pelt. All of you guys did so much for my music career, so thank you to all of you guys too. And there's so many others I could thank, but we would just be here for years, so. And for people that are wanting to get involved in the department but are scared or are unsure, just go for it. I know I didn't personally start percussion until I was a freshman. I waited, and one of my biggest regrets is waiting to do percussion because I enjoyed it so much, and it really just took me just putting myself out there and getting involved. And if you have questions, there's so many people you can reach out to. Feel free to reach out to anyone and say, hey, I have questions about this, or hey, I'm struggling, can you help me? And they'll be happy to help. And even though I'm graduated, I'd still be happy to help any of you that have any questions about the department. So I really encourage you to just get involved, and you can do it. I believe in you. And I'm so thankful to everyone in the department. Like I said, I will forever be grateful for all of you. And I know that it's really sad that we didn't get to see each other and have our last concert and our last musical together, but we're still a family, and we always will be. and I can't wait to see what you guys do next year and the years to come, and I hope to be able to come back and watch you guys do musicals and concerts, and I'm so proud of all of you. And yeah, so thank you for letting me be your president this year, and thank you for supporting me for the past 8 years, and I love you guys.
Class of 2020, look at us. We made it. I know these past months have been an absolute whirlwind of emotions, but I am so proud of all of us. Even though our graduation did not go the way we intended, I am thankful that we were able to still walk and receive our diplomas. I would like to begin by personally thanking some people. First, my parents and my 2 sisters, who always encouraged me to do my best, along with the rest of my family. The administration and staff at West Union High School. So many of you have touched my lives in more ways than you'll ever know, and I'm so blessed to have met all of you. And finally, to my classmates. You guys have impacted my life, whether it was being one of my closest friends, just saying hi to me in the hallway, or sitting with me in the bathroom while I cried. And yes, it happened more times than you would think. But I thank God every day for placing all of you in my path. As we prepare to go our separate ways, I would like to share this thought with everyone. One of my favorite Bible scriptures comes from Hebrews chapter 12, which says, "Let us run with patience the race that is set before us." As I reflect on our high school years, I compare it to a race. We spent years training with our teachers as our coaches, preparing us for what we would endure. The principals and administration mapped out our routes for us and ensured that we would cross the finish line. Our parents, who stood as our fan section, cheering us on and encouraging us throughout the years. And finally, we had each other. We acted as a team, supporting and encouraging each other along the way. As our race is coming to an end, we had to endure one last hurdle together. While it was difficult to know that many of our high school memories were cut short, I admire how we stuck together and conquered this. As we prepare for our new races in life, whether they be going to college, the military, or the workforce, I hope that as a class, we remember we can endure anything and we can conquer anything we set our minds to. We were able to overcome whenever no one thought we could, and that is amazing. We have the power to do whatever we set our minds to. And as we each take our separate ways, I encourage you to run your new race with patience and strength. I am always rooting for you, and I cannot wait until we meet again. Congrats, class of 2020. We made it.
Good evening, everyone. We gather here today to celebrate and validate the graduation ceremony of the class of 2020. I am Reagan Faulkner, and I am honored as the class treasurer to have the opportunity to speak to you today. On behalf of my fellow classmates, I would like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2020 at West Union High School, the first ever virtual graduation. I would like to thank family and friends for all of their love and constant support, as well as the staff and faculty members of the West Union High School. Your guidance and patience throughout these troubling times have been highly appreciated. This year, we have a very unique and exceptional group of students who are graduating. We have encountered a tremendous affliction bigger than ourselves with the coronavirus pandemic. Some may have viewed it in a negative perception with the sparse distribution of products in stores and cancellation of events. However, I would like to propose the idea of witnessing this ordeal through a brighter lens, remembering lasting memories. An example of a lasting memory is spending quality time with family members, reading a good book, expanding your knowledge by learning a new instrument, planning future projects, and observing nature, even if through a car window. Through this process, we have come together as a student body and have grown. Graduation is a time of reflecting on past moments and experiences, and looking forward to what the future has in store. As the graduates of the class of 2020 pass this small stepping stone in life, it is imperative that we remain positive and move on to greater achievements. Congratulations, my fellow graduates of the class of 2020. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Kristen Grooms. I have been in band and choir since junior high. I played the flute and band. I was in chamber choir for all 4 years. Along with that, I was a cheerleader and I was in the Beta Club. My advice to you all would just be to never be afraid to put yourself out there, because no matter how terrifying it is to go out on stage and perform by yourself, the Performing Arts Department always has your back, and we will all still be so proud of you. I know how scary it can be to perform in front of your peers because they're not always so supportive, but we will always have your back in the department. I would like to thank all of you for everything you've done for me from junior high all the way to my 12th grade year. You've all been so supportive. I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Schneider, Mr. Van Pelt, and Mr. Diatley, and everybody else who has ever helped with the musicals, because without them I would not be the person that I am today. I would definitely not be the performer I am today. I would just like to thank them so much for everything they've ever done for me, for taking me under their wing and always standing up for me no matter what it is. I would like to thank all of you for being my family. There's no one else that I would rather spend endless nights with on the stage. As you all know, that this time of year we would be spending more time with each other than we would with our actual families. So I would just like to thank you all, because no matter what was going on in my life, I knew that I could always count on the department, and you guys would always have my back. So thank you all for everything, and this is it. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, my name is Ellie Jarvis. For the Performing Arts Department, I've done choir, spring musicals, haunted hallway, all county, and pep band. For the high school, I've done Beta and National Honor Society. My farewell message / advice to the lower classmen would not be afraid to put yourself out there, because I was afraid to put myself out there for a really long time, and I missed out on a lot of good opportunities, and it's one of my biggest regrets of high school. And yeah, that's my senior message. Peace out, everybody.
Hi, I am Alexis Phipps, one of your now graduated seniors. I have been very active within the Performing Arts program by being involved in band, choir, all-county band and choir, pep band, steel drums, handbells, music and art culture, piano, guitar, and in the school musicals, I never had a member of stage. I have also been the tutor of the 7th and 8th grade percussion section and the tutor of the 7th grade trombone section. I was also the assistant teacher for Mr. Schneider's junior high band and choir this year. In school, I was a part of National Honor Society and Beta, and I provided a few articles for the school newspaper. In band, I played mallets, percussion, and trombone. For future and current band members, my advice for you is just stick with it. It may seem boring when you are first learning how to play an instrument or whatever, and it may be frustrating, but there is nothing more enjoyable than reaching the point in which you say, yeah, I got this. It's been very enjoyable going to school here and being a part of this amazing program, but now I must move forward. And I have grown as much as I can here, and soon I will grow more. Thank you for being here with me. Farewell. I'll see you again soon.
Hi, my name is Grant McCarty, and I've been in the Performing Arts Department ever since I was in 5th grade. Some things that I've been involved in is band, choir, chamber choir, steel drum, winter percussion, the spring plays, and country band. Some things that I've also been in that aren't performing arts related is I've ran cross country, I've been in Beta, FFA, and 4-H. The instruments that I play, drums, piano, and of course guitar. A message that I'd like to give to future kids is anything is possible. Just do the impossible. That's all I gotta say. I mean, and also just live life at its fullest. Just don't let all that stuff don't let all that college stuff get in your way. Just live life and have fun with it. Just because before you even know it, you'll be graduating. So just have fun. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, seniors, for submitting the senior dedications. Also for all the hard work that you put into this department and into the school, the friendships, the memories that you have created, the positivity that you have spread, and the teachings that you have taught. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great life, great future. Congratulations on graduating the year 2020 as well. But this concludes another episode of Talking Arts, the podcast for the West Union Performing Arts Department. Stay safe and healthy. I have been your host, Mr. Friday Afternoon, signing off.